when people get DMs from strangers on the internet, they're very skeptical about it, at least I am. So keep it very genuine. Just say that, hey, I found your account under the hashtag so and so, it was ranking first. Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I, Nilofer Abdurrahman, your marketing coach, is going to give you 5 tips on increasing engagement on your Instagram post, reels, IGTV videos, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's dive straight in. Before I tell you what those 5 tips are, I would like you to understand what different types of audiences are and why you need to know them, okay? So there are 3 different types of audiences: cold, warm and hot. Cold audience are people who haven't seen your profile before, who haven't interacted with you before, who don't know who you are or what your brand is about, okay? They're completely new to you. So the way you would interact with a cold audience is very different from the way you would interact with a warm audience. So warm audience are people who already follow you on your Instagram, who watches your stories, for example, who replies to your stories, who leaves comments, or who likes and engages with your content. Then there is hot audience, okay? So difference between warm and hot is that warm audience haven't purchased from you anything yet, okay? They are not your paying clients yet, but they interact with you on Instagram. And hot audience are people who have purchased from you, who are your raving fans, who love what you do, who knows everything about you, and who recommends you to other people as well. Okay, so these are the 3 different kinds of audience, and the way you engage with all of them are very different because you are on different stages of a relationship with them. Okay, so the first thing that you would do is to engage with your cold audience. Now, where do you find cold audience? So let's say you have a post coming up in another 15-20 minutes and you have already researched your hashtags and you are going to put out a post using those hashtags, right? So 15 to 20 minutes before your post goes live, you can pick 1 or 2 hashtags from the 30 hashtags that you have kept ready. Go through the recent post under those hashtags. You can go through the top post as well and pick a few accounts from those hashtags and then leave likes and comments and engage with them genuinely. Don't come across as a robot, don't come across as a fake account, don't make it look very fake, and be genuine. So read the captions. If they're asking any question in the caption, answer the question. Go through their artwork or whatever it is that you're seeing on their feed properly and leave genuine comments and compliments, okay? Now what this is going to do is that if you have engaged with, let's say, 5 to 10 accounts this way, at least a few are going to come back and connect, check your account and connect with you. You can take this one step further by sending them a DM. Now again, when people get DMs from strangers on the internet, they're very skeptical about it, at least I am. So keep it very genuine and don't ask or don't say random things. Just say that, hey, I found your account under the hashtag so and so, it was ranking first. Congratulations, you have really great feed, or your art is amazing, you're talented, so on and so forth. Be very genuine. Speak how you would speak to a stranger that you met in person. Okay. Now the next tip is to engage with your warm audience. So warm audience are people who are already following you, who are already engaging with your content. So make them feel loved. And how do we make them feel loved? You go to their account and leave likes and comments. When they reply to your stories, this is one of the things that I do. When I get a reply to my story, and if I see that there's a red circle on their profile picture, I tap on it and I watch their stories, and then I engage with their stories. So if there's a poll or a quiz which is related to something that I do, or which is something that I can answer, then I would answer, or I would reply to one of their stories, and I'll try to keep it as genuine as possible. And if there's nothing that I can say, then I don't say things just for the heck of saying things. So I leave comments only if it makes sense to the content that they have posted. Okay, so engage back with them, make them feel loved, thank them for, so you're thanking them for their support by going back and reciprocating what they're already doing for you. So that is the second tip. The first one is to engage with your warm audience, and the second one is to engage with your cold audience. So do this 15 to 20 minutes before you post your new content, and a few of them will end up coming back to your profile, and they might see your new post, and they might engage with that. A lot of times, so there will be times when most of the accounts don't reciprocate. That's okay, that's fine. Your job is to keep trying, and if someone doesn't want to reciprocate your efforts, that's totally fine. There's no point holding a grudge. And this doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work. It just means that you have to try a little harder and invest a little extra time. So after you put out the content, so you've been engaging with your warm and cold audience for the last 15-20 minutes. Your post is live. Continue doing this after your post is live as well. And now I will tell you the things that you can do in your post itself to increase the engagement. So the third tip for you is to ask questions in your caption. So when I say ask questions, ask easy to answer questions. Something that people can easily answer in a yes or no, like yes or no, or do you agree or disagree. You can say leave me a heart emoji if you agree with this. Something like that. That's very easy to do. Why? Because people are scrolling and there's a lot of content. Not everyone is paying attention. So if you keep a very open-ended question that requires a lot of effort or thinking, then there are chances that the answers that you're going to get aren't going to be as many as with a close-ended question like do you agree or do you disagree, or yes or no, and things like that. Okay, so ask questions in your captions. And then the next step, or the fourth tip, is that when people reply to your questions, or when people leave a comment on your post, instead of answering it with oh thank you so much and ending the conversation there. Now this is a mistake I make. So instead of ending the conversation there, ask them another question. So let's say you have put up a reel where you're sharing 5 tips on something, and someone comes in and leaves a comment saying, oh, I love these tips, these are so helpful, thank you Neelu. So instead of replying you're most welcome, you can ask which of these tips stood out for you, or which of these are you going to try next. This will make the person to come back and reply again, and then you can keep the conversation going, right? So basically see it like an in-person conversation, right? You wouldn't just have one dialogue with someone and then walk away, right? You're going to have you're going to start with some kind of small talk, and then the conversation flows from there, right? So remember that social media is, at the end of the day, social. And if you want engagement, you have to give engagement as well. I was supposed to say this at the beginning of the video, but then totally forgot. So yeah, so remember that if you want engagement on your post, you have to give engagement back as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So engage with your cold audience, engage with your warm audience, ask questions, and then reply to those comments with another question. And then the last thing for today is to add a clear call to action, or CTA. So again, this could be something like double tap if you agree, or visit the link in my bio, or send me a DM if you would like to discuss more. Now this again results in, so this might not result in a comment, but this might result in other kinds of engagement. So you can say, use the airplane icon to share with a friend or share on your stories, which will result in someone actually sharing your post on their stories, right? So you're basically reminding people to do something. So we have to remind people to share, or whatever action that you want people to take, you have to remind people to do that. Like I said, they are scrolling through a lot of content, there are a lot of Instagram accounts, people's attention span is decreasing day by day. So you have to ask what the action that you're looking for. So whether it is sharing on your on their stories, or whether it's saving for later, whether it is DMing you or tapping on the link in bio, make sure that you mention it specifically and clearly in the caption. Alright? Now remember, like I said before, social media is all about being social at the end of the day. It's about building relationships, it's about connecting and networking. Do not expect to just put out a post and then likes and follows to flow in. That's not how it works. It's a combined effort. So you have to do a lot of things together in order to see the results that you want to see. And as a business owner, if you want to convert your followers into paying clients, then you have to take that extra step. You have to walk towards them and not expect people to come to you, whether it's in terms of engagement or whether it's a DM, closing sales, whatever it is. Alright, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, let me know by leaving a comment below. Do remember to subscribe to this channel so that whenever there's a new video, both of us get to meet each other. Share with a friend or two who might find this video helpful, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see any other thing related to Instagram or marketing. Whether there's anything that you would like me to help you with through a video, then I'm more than happy to assist. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.